Welcome to the colored section. Welcome to the Negro League. Sign your name on the blacklist and know this. It's American history. Good day, Facebook family, friends, Instagram, YouTube, and all of the other social media platforms that I don't use because I'm an adult and I have things to do. Well, since we're all quarantined, I don't have that much to do, but I still am not going to fool with all the other social media platforms because they don't interest me. Anyway, this is not Black Friday with Vonzel, clearly, because it's what, Tuesday? But it's some random thoughts that I wanted to get out of my system. Anyway, so I'm sitting outside, just had brunch on the porch. So figured, hey, why not do a video? Well, I was gonna do a video regardless, but I figured, why not now? I'm looking a mess. Um, I did my walk dance in the park because I don't like working out, at least not the traditional sense of working out because it's boring to me. And I'm sorry, but no, I'm not sorry. I don't have the focus enough to just do rep after rep after rep after rep with, if I don't enjoy it, I'm probably not going to want to do it. And being six pack fine and all that kind of stuff is not that severe of a motivation. But I do realize that I do want to be healthy and I do want to at least maintain the size that I am so I can fit into the cute clothes that I normally wear. Speaking of cute clothes, I look a hot dang a mess. Anyway, yeah, so just finished my walk dance because I like to dance. So I figured slap on my hype music and dance my way through Cascades Park, which is what I did, and I had fun. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to share thoughts or start a conversation in regards to politics. I guess I'm not necessarily a political firecracker or anything like that. I try to be aware. And yeah, aware. I'm not gonna say completely informed because I don't want to do all that reading. I have other stuff I want to read. That's fun. Anyway, just some thoughts in regards to just the, us being in the election season and everything. We just come off of the heels of the Democratic convention, and we are now Democratic National Convention, the Democratic National Convention, and we're currently, I think, in the middle of the Republican National Convention. I saw a video a few right after the Democratic convention by Ice Cube, and he pretty much called to task the Democratic Party. What are you gonna do for Black people? And as I was listening to NPR, y'all know I'm an NPR nerd. This morning on the way to the park, they were talking again about politics and the Democratic Party, I mean, not the Democratic Party, the Republican Party's messaging. And the thing that they said that I thought was really, really interesting in regards to the the shaking of the finger at the Democratic Party, accusing them of wanting to turn the nation into socialists, wanting to make America a socialist nation, saying they want to be in control of what you think and what you do and yee dee 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 dee. But the crazy thing is, the ironic thing is, the hypocritical thing is, but don't y'all want to do the same thing? Um, y'all want to tell people who they can and can't sleep with. Y'all want to tell women what to do with their bodies. Y'all want to dictate a certain level of morality. And I'm not saying that there should not be a certain level of morality. That's not what I'm saying. So don't anybody come for me and say some craziness because I'm very much for a morality code, for having a code of morality, for doing right by yourself, doing right by people, doing right by your God, who or whatever that may be. I'm all for that. However, the thing about my God that I know and that I understand is God gives us the power of choice. Now, there might be some repercussions as a result of your choice, but living righteously is still a choice. Doing right by people. is still a choice. So I think, that was kind of a hypocritical message that I heard, which I did not agree with. I'm like, y'all would do the same thing, just in a different way. But anyway, I digress. So, but back to Ice Cube. He was asking the Democratic Party what were they going to do for the black community. And whereas I do think that systematically the Democratic Party does have or would um they would have in place programs that would to a degree benefit black America. And then Republicans, I mean, they have their pros. I'm not really I need to become more familiar with the Republican philosophy or whatever their stance is on things, just so I understand completely where they're coming from. So when I talk trash about them, I won't be completely stupid because they'll try to drag me. And I need to probably become more knowledgeable of the Democratic philosophy as well. But nevertheless, um, the thing that I would say in response to Ice Cube's call or challenge to the Democratic Party, or any party for that matter, in regards to what are you going to do for the black community, my thinking is I think it's important that we, as a black community, make the right choice in terms of who we vote into office with the hopes that they will do right by our community and to hold them to task when they don't. However, I think it's really important that we as black Americans start figuring out our own policies. You know what I'm saying? Figuring out how we can help ourselves internally, come up with our own programs, without the assistance or the dependence on government entities. Not saying that not saying that we should not have an expectation of our government, because they should be doing a lot more, but I don't think that we should rely on them so heavily, because if I'm gonna say it this way, if they were gonna do right by us, they were gonna do right by us. That would have happened a long time ago, I think. And I'm not saying that we should not. We should definitely continue to fight for what we need in our community, but I definitely think we really collectively should focus more on what we need amongst ourselves and to make sure that we have what we need. That way, if the government programs fail, that way, if the government programs don't give us what we need, that way, if the government programs are revoked, reversed, defunded, what have you, as a community, we still have our own backs. We still are taking care of each other. That way, we can say, you know what, thank you, but we good. You know what I'm saying? That's something that that's my hope for Black America, definitely, that we learn how to work together and have a more communal attitude, that we really, really work towards providing for ourselves, collective work in economics. You know what I'm saying? One of the principles of Kwanzaa, which is one of the reasons why I do try to acknowledge Kwanzaa as best as I can, because I think there are a lot of principles that we in Black America, that we in Black world really need to implement into our daily lives. That way, when government don't act right, we can, that way, when the government doesn't act right, we can collectively take them to task and hold them accountable, being united in our speech. But at the same time, we can also not need them as much. And you know what I'm saying? Or not depend on them as much. If the government doesn't take care of us, we take care of ourselves. And I think that's one of the things that the Republican Party tries to impart to us. They go about it a totally jacked up way, but you know, and I still don't necessarily jive with their philosophy. But that's one thing that I definitely think that we should do as Black America, as Black people, instead of looking at what each political party is going to do for us. Let us decide what we're going to do for ourselves. That's my thoughts. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you for listening. Thank me for speaking. I'm looking a mess. Y'all can see all the little pieces of gray hairs on my face. I think. I know I can see them. Like this little soul patch right here is just salt and pepper. Anyway, talk to you later. How y'all doing? Sisters, how y'all feel? Brothers, y'all all right? I hope y'all are taking care of yourselves. I'm trying. I'm trying. And I miss performing in front of live people. I miss going to see shows. I miss traveling. I was hoping to take an even better trip this year than the one I took when I went to New York with my mom. Clearly, that's not happening. So, anyway, um, talk to you later. Eventually, I gotta go get on these white people's phones inside the house, in my room, in the corner. Anyway, bye.